Hey folks, we got this dolly, and the wheels are flat. If you put any like a small refrigerator or stove or something on this, it's a nice strong dolly, but the flat tires, they don't work so good. So we ordered these tires here, and essentially what we did was we measured these, and you can see they're about 13 inches. So we ordered these 13-inch utility wheels. These are flat free, so we shouldn't have to worry about them going flat again and having to pump them up all the time. And I'll put the link below on how to order these if this is what you're looking for. Alright, so that looks like that's what we need, or at least this is the right height. So we're going to take these off, put these on, and see if it works. Alright, so as you can see here, we just got a cotter pin in there. So we're going to crimp that together, straighten it out as best we can so it pulls out easy. And get that out. This should just lift off. Alright, so when we take this cotter pin out, this axle is going to be free to drop, or the wheel to come off, either one. Either way, it accomplishes the same thing. And we're ready to put the new wheel on. So these new wheels come with 2 washers, and we're going to utilize those. I'm going to put that one on there, and I'm going to use my knee down here to hold this axle up. And then we've got a part here that sticks out, a part that doesn't stick out. This is going to be the outside. So we're going to put that on, put our outside washer on, and then we're going to put the cotter pin back in there. Now, it looks like I've got some extra room here that we didn't have on the old axle. So the distance between here and here is different than it is on this. So that means my wheel or my axle is going to be able to travel back and forth a little bit, which means if I'm trying to keep a straight track with this, the wheels can wander up and down a little bit. So I may take and either put some more washers on there, or cut a little piece of metal that will fit around there to keep this tight, or I may just use it like it is and not worry too much about it. Alright, that's an awful lot of space in between there, so I'm probably going to find a piece of copper tubing or some galvanized electrical conduit or something to cut off and put around there to fill that space in a little bit. So I need a piece of pipe that is about the size of that hole. Alright, so we found a piece of pipe, and I tested this. This fits over the axle. So now we're just going to cut a couple pieces about that long for spacers, and then we'll check it out and see if we got enough. May have to add a washer or two. Now, if you didn't have one of these metal cutting blades on a chop saw, you could always put a metal blade in a jigsaw and cut this off. And if you don't have a jigsaw, not fortunate enough to own one of those, you could always do this with a hacksaw too. And if you don't have a hacksaw, best go find you a friend. Now, I recommend you not grab these things when they're fresh being cut, because they're going to be hot. And I'm just going to kind of mark this a little bit so I kind of get them about the same size. They don't have to be perfect. You see how you end up with all this stuff? Those are really sharp pieces of slivers of metal. I'm not even going to, this isn't the side I'm going to use, but I'm not even going to leave that on there, because I could go to grab this 6 months or 2 years from now and not know it's there and cut myself up pretty good. So I just soon take a minute or two and knock those pieces off. That way I don't have to worry about them later. Now, of course, if you run around barefoot, these things being on the ground now is a problem, but I don't run around barefoot, so I ain't got to worry about that. Alright, so we got our spacers cut. We'll pop one on there. And then if you got any extra slack, I might try to take it out on the other side. Alright, so that side's good. Let's flip it over. Put the spacer on the other side. Alright, the fact that I have less space between this cotter pin and these washers, then this is high, tells me I should be good. I should be able to take a couple washers out. Matter of fact, it's too long, but I've got a big washer on the other side that's taking up a lot of space. I'm going to take it out. Alright, that big washer's gone. Got two washers here. I'll go down to one. Alright, that's still a little tall. So we're going to take this washer here out too, and that should fix it. Alright, I think that's going to do it. We've got room for another washer there on top. But maybe not. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do to fix this old Dolly up is they had some stuff on here. Not really sure what this is. It probably was not part of the original Dolly, but it's just a thing to wrap around the post, and then they put some foam stripping on it, which is a good enough idea, but as you can see, it's well past its prime. So we've got some pipe insulation foam here. Same thing, pool noodles will work. You got those. And we're just going to take this, cut it to length, and wrap it with a little bit of some electrical tape and make this to where it's got some cushion to it. So if we put a dresser or refrigerator on there, it won't scratch it up too bad. I'm actually going to go around the top here. One noodle almost made it. You can see on the back it didn't go all the way around, but that's okay. ain't nothing gonna touch this part. So we'll cut a little piece here and then put some electrical tape on it. Alright, there we go. One refurbished Dolly. It's got plenty of moves left in it.